Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, not sure if you noticed anything different about me. I got locks. Yes, I did Micro Locs and used the twist method, the strand twist method, to get these beautiful works of art. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be starting a new journey. So this is just a video just talking about the process that I did, why I chose to do the Micro Locs, and so on and so forth. So we will start from the beginning. So I decided to go natural in 2012, so that was a while back. And I stopped relaxers, I stopped processing my hair, and I barely ever straightened it, only when I was doing a trim or wanted to do a length check and called it a day. 2018, I decided to do a second big chop, got a tapered cut, and left my hair curly and ended up just continuously doing wash and goes for about 2 years. I loved it. The only reason why it didn't work out was because I had to maintain it like every 2 months. I liked the short look with the sides so short and the top a little bit longer, but because it was a specific style, I had to continuously go to my hairstylist and get a cut probably like every 2 or 3 months, or the whole look just went away. So I was like, I can't do this. I'm paying too much money to style it and to just take care of it. So what's the next best option? This entire time I thought that locks weren't versatile. You just had to have them down or in a ponytail. That's as far as it can go. So I was just like, it is what it is. I don't want to do it. But I'm seeing that many women out there and men are doing the Micro Locs, whether it be the sister lock method or just DIYs. And I'm like, let me start doing this. So I'm starting with the 2-strand twist, if you can already see. And I love it. This is how it looks. I mean, this sets out the best side with the lining. Mind you, I did all of the parts. I did all the twists myself. So some are straighter than others, and it is what it is. I'm only one person, and doing the back and parting my hair was never really, it was never something that I knew how to do, and I was a professional at. So I did what I could, and for the time frame and how long it took me and how long I was standing up to do it, I'm very proud of myself for doing it. The whole process of washing, blow drying, and parting and doing the twist, it took a total of 3 days. A total of 3 days straight, but I calculated it and it was about 22 hours of my time doing the twist. So if I stayed up for almost a full day and just solely did the twist, I would have been done in a day. It was way too much. Now, how I prepared it before I even did the locks, I ended up going to a salon. I did my last goodbye to loose natural. I got it cut, I got it straightened, and I wore it for a week, and then I washed it and did the twist. At first I was like, oh, I'll do a trim because I still want some kind of length to my hair. But after I was looking at my hair and looking at how much just dead hair was there, I was like, you know what, just give me a full cut. Just in general, if you lock your hair and then the root, because it's the healthiest part of your hair, because it's the new growth, the root will be thick. But then if you're twisting or braiding hair that is dead, it's going to be thinner at the end. That's not something I wanted to do, and I already am not the greatest with doing my hair, so I wanted to make sure that it starts out as perfect as possible. The day that I decided to do the twist, I washed it again. I used a clarifying shampoo. It's called Undo Goo, which is, it's a little on the pricey side, but it completely strips your hair of any impurities, of any oils, of any chemicals in your hair, and it leaves that thing squeaky clean. I'll tell you that much. My parts, I'll show in the video, either here or there, and just show you how I did my parts and kind of like a quick down. I have a few tips on twisting your hair. If you're gonna do the DIY and not go to a stylist to do the locks or do the twist, one major thing that I noticed that was really important to do was to take breaks. And I don't mean just like a half an hour break. I mean like a full hour, 2 hour break. Like, do not stand there and do all these twists and do all these parts for hours, because you're gonna end up being in bad shape the next day. And this is coming from personal experience. When I did the first day that I did the twist, I was on my feet and twisting and parting and lifting my hands up like this for 12 hours straight. And for me, I'm the kind of person where it's like, if I start something and I'm really passionate about it, I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to sleep. I'm just going to keep going until I physically cannot stand up to do it anymore. And I cannot even concentrate on doing it anymore. So I did it for 12 hours straight. And I got I think I got like most of my perimeter done. I was like, all right, this is gonna be a piece of cake. The next day, my arms were hurting. It felt like I lifted up. I was just doing like arm workouts for the entire day. I barely could lift up my arms. Like my feet were hurting, my lower back was hurting just from standing up and doing all that stuff for so long. Like I worked a shift and a half technically when you think about it, just standing up and having my hands up like this for 12 hours straight. 12 arms up, 12 hours straight. So take breaks. It is not that serious. You're gonna get it done, but don't like overextend and overexert yourself because you're trying to get it taken care of real quick. It's not worth it. Even though I have a lot of hair, when I blow dry it, it's still pretty thin. Like it's thick in density, but it's thin when it's blow dried, and when like my hair is it's different. It's different. But so once I started twisting, I was like, this might not be 400. Like I was counting like the back, and the back was only like 30, 40, and I'm like, but they're tiny. Like they're still pretty tiny. They just curl up real thick. But so I wanted 400, 450. I ended up counting about 308, and there are a few twists in here that are pretty thick. Some are thicker than others, some are way thinner than others, some are like a hair strand thin. It's a variety in here. So when I do decide to go get it retightened by a professional loctician, I guess they'll tell me what they can and cannot do with the twists that I have. They probably might combine some, they might separate some, who knows. When the back starts falling, that's when I know I made it. That's when I know your home girl has made it. So I'm just waiting for that moment. Might be a year or so, but it is what it is. I'm just excited I got these done. So, I mean, that's about it. 300 locks. Nice little short bob, not too different from how I normally do my hair when it's straight. I can see my scalp. I can feel my scalp. I can, maneuver my hair, all that stuff. So we shall see. Stay tuned. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe.